Welcome back to the second quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, done in 4 quarters, and my sidekick, Andrew.
Good morning.
Let's get a couple of our sponsors right away, and then we're going to get into some more good news.
How about the Steamboat Warehouse? Get Mama away from the smell of her own cooking. Go down to Washington, Louisiana, at the Steamboat Warehouse in beautiful historic Washington. Go see chef owner Jason Hughey at the Steamboat Warehouse, and he will hook you up with all the great Louisiana seafood and produce and good Angus steaks. You can try everything from the crawfish to the shrimp to the great fish and crabs that they all have there. I know a lot of us like those. At the end of the summer, we get some of that good Sycamore Point soft shell crabs.
That's right.
We like that that catfish palmetto with the crawfish etouffee sauce on top, the pan-fried catfish on wild rice. Just great, great food, great atmosphere. Bring the wife out, have an adult libation or a glass of wine at the Steamboat Warehouse. And one more while we're going north. Let's go to Quarters Casino right there north of Opelousas at exit 23, locally owned. They've got the Stuckey's candy inside the convenience store. They've got the Subway sandwiches. They've got the pizzas there as well, the crispy crunchy chicken. You can go to El Pico de Gallo, a Mexican cantina, an authentic Mexican restaurant there inside the premises as well. Try your luck in the casino portion of the building. A great fuel from Chevron gasolines, diesel, all the fuel you want on good concrete, well lit, well protected from the elements.
Right, and easy on, easy off
from the
exit from the I-49 interstate. And we have a lot of our friends, hopefully, be watching and wanting to hear how the boxing event that took place last Sunday, and it's not boxing, it's an event that took place, Hall of Fame awards and reunion, I guess you could say. And I want to start off by saying thanks to all who attended our first ever Louisiana High School Boxing Association. We presented 33 Hall of Fame certificates to boxers and coaches. We had nearly 500 people in attendance, close to 500 people. The weather was beautiful. Our friends came out, and what was so nice about the whole event, it was maybe their great-grandpa, maybe it was a great-grandchild that was there, a teenager, even younger than teenagers.
At that generation, not just grandchildren, it's great-grandchildren.
Yeah, because we were honoring boxers from boxing in Louisiana started as a high school sport in 1931 and extended, except for the short period of World War II, and then it started right back again, and it was a recognized sport at high school school institutions until 1958. That was the last of the champions. And during that period, a lot of young men excelled, and they had never been recognized either posthumously or in person like we did this past Sunday. And it was all because of a man, Don Landry, originally from the Lafayette area, lives now in Baton Rouge. He was associated with various colleges, and he had an experience of writing and researching Louisiana high school boxers. Has a book that he wrote, and in fact it's in a second or third edition of printing as we speak right now. But he noticed also not just that nobody had really written a book about all of this, but there was never any awards. There's awards at the college level. Every sport has Hall of Fame, national football, basketball, you name it. But these people who had excelled and had entertained, it was the biggest attending sport at that particular area.
You hear the stories about going to the football stadiums and people literally just filling the football stadium to watch boxing. So he undertook this, and Don, we had a drill on the event was held
Sunday, October the 20th, but October the 9th, we had a drill at the facility, the event center in Sunset, and I want to thank Karen and Jerry DiMaggio and their son Chad for offering this facility to us. And I hate to say, I hate to say free, but they didn't charge us this time, and that really helped our group because it was a little hard to get money because we spread out all over the state and in the other states. So anyhow, I was personally able to thank them on behalf of the group, but I want to do it here again. Chad came and spoke with us one I guess, 15-minute
But 6 weeks ago.
But yeah, and it's really better than I ever expected it. I mean, they're continually doing work to improve it. The stadium seating was perfect for our event and possibly for your event also. Talk to Karen and Chad and Jerry.
Plenty of parking.
And plenty of parking. And Robert, I mustn't forget Robert the Ranger, who really took the ball, and his helper, I'm not sure the connection there, but Patrick, they all worked until the event took place. They were still working to have it in better condition. Good air conditioning now. I mean, it's really a nice facility. And who else? BOBBY002, our sheriff here in St. Leonard Parish, provided 2 deputies. Thank you all for doing a great job. We had no incidents. They took the traffic off the highway into the facility, and at the end of the event, they helped direct the traffic out.
Y'all wasn't worried about a fight breaking out. Y'all worried about just making sure you get in off the highway.
Our Dukes were up for picture taking and only.
Right.
And who else I need to, well, in our board of directors, I was elected president. It was kind of by default because I had left the meeting.
Right.
And don't ever leave a meeting. I didn't know there was going to be an election. I'd have stayed. No, I had to attend my state boxing commission that I serve on. And they elected me president, and thank you for doing that, because I feel I played a part. I want to play a bigger part. We're going to have some DVDs for sale. A number of you have already paid me, and Ronald Freeman bought one for each one of his kids yesterday, and he's got a nice sized family.
And Ronald Freeman won how many years?
Four years, 4 championships, and a Brink Trophy. Yeah. And then the highlight, of course, of each year was who was going to win the Brink Trophy. And the Brink Trophy was named after Colonel Brink, who started the high school boxing. He was the boxing coach at LSU, and he noticed there was no feeder program.
Right.
So he came up with the idea of Louisiana high school boxing. So in his honor, 2 or 3 years after he got started, they named the outstanding award the Brink Trophy. And don't have time to give you all the winners, but you said it. Ron Freeman was one that won 4 state championships and a Brink Trophy.
Bobby
Swallow won the same thing, went on to LSU, and I mean, we just don't have time.
Right.
Yeah, and Calvin never won a state championship.
But went to the college level
Lamar
and just
Hankins
destroyed
beat
everybody.
him 2 years in a row.
But destroyed everybody at college and national.
College, that's correct.
Yeah.
And I was leaving the funeral home yesterday, Mr. Herman Hebert, and I'll get back to that after a while. And I was walking out, and a lady stopped me. She says, "You recognize me?" And a pretty little face and beautiful smile. And I said, "I recognize the face, can't come up with the name." Well, she says, "I'm Cherie." Oh, I said, "How's Al?" And that's Cherie Bourgeois. I was married to Christy, Al's sister, way back yonder. And she says, "You know, y'all didn't honor Mr. Buddy." Well, as good as Mr. Buddy was, kind of like Calvin Clary, I think he did win a state. I'm going to check it out. But he didn't win enough to make this cut, this first 33. We had a plan. I mean, it was written down who would get the awards. Right. And she says, I know he won some state. She says, he went on to win a national at I said, Calvin Clary did the same thing. I said, we're gonna have another reunion next year, approximately the same time, and hopefully we can cover those we may have missed. We may have missed someone. We had missed one. We initially were gonna recognize 32 of them, but we were called, and one that had won 3 or 4 had been state championship had
just
been
going through the
overlooked.
names you'd missed, right?
So we took a quick vote. Don Landry and I voted to put him on there, and everybody agreed on it when we explained it to him what had happened. But anyhow, I just can't finish thanking.
We'll be showing some photos as the show progresses.
Then we had a proclamation by the Lafayette Parish government, and presenting it was Gerald Boudreau, and I think that's, well, I know there was a picture taken.
Hunting. I got it.
Yeah, we have a picture. Yes, we do.
Here, this one.
Gerald Boudreau, a real fine guy. That's 2 people, when they walked up to me and spoke with me, Don Stemmons and his wife and their friend. First thing Don says, you realize I'm not getting to watch my Sunday afternoon Bobby Dupre show. And
there you go.
Gerald Boudreau said the same thing. He says, Bobby, you know, y'all have a bad timing here. I said, well, it looks pretty good. We packed the house. He says, I'm joking. He said, normally on Sundays I'm watching your TV program. So anyhow, gave us a beautiful presentation, and it's going to be framed and kept. And UL has volunteered to set aside an area for us to have an archive of all of our materials that people want to donate and be kept forever. Excellent. And of course, this needs to be part of that event. So again, Joey Durrell and City Parish government, thank y'all very much. And just, I don't know, the list could go on and on, but we just want to thank everybody who participated. The winners were wonderful, great little stories. The gentleman from LPBS, Charlie Wenham, who you see on LPBS programs, he was kind of familiar to us because he had come to our Lake Charles reunion and had picked up a lot of material, a lot of pictures, a lot of stories, and had done a documentary, so we kind of knew him. And, well, the list could go on and on, I guess. It was a wonderful opportunity. We are already working on next year's program, so just keep $15, $20 a piece. We only charge $15, and took care of a lot of expenses and a real nice meal. Robert Daranger and his group presented a real bargain for us, and couldn't have made any real money, but he did get to work hard.
There you go. We're going to sneak one more thing in here. Sesame Street, the family 4-packs coming up. You got Elmo Makes Music over at the Cajun Dome November 1st through the 4th. If you want to win a family pack, text the word Elmo to 64636. The word Elmo to 64636. Win a family 4-pack. And you and I talked about the Cerebral Palsy Clinic. Just to give you a heads up, this is a little bit early, but I still want to let folks know the weekend of November the 16th at St. Landry Catholic Church, you'll see the Knights of Columbus wearing these vests where they'll be collecting money. They'll be selling Tootsie Rolls to help benefit the Office of Cerebral Palsy Clinic. They did this last year. They're going to do it again this year. Very big help. If you see the Knights of Columbus, be kind, be helpful, and maybe donate a little bit and get yourself a Tootsie Roll to help out our kids at the Cerebral Palsy Clinic. 16th.
We mustn't forget the chili cook-off that's going to be taking place at Bo's Bar and Grill here in downtown Opelousas. That's November the 2nd, so that's 2 Saturdays from now.
And that's going to benefit the Cerebral Palsy Clinic as well.
The money that's going to be raised, now they're not going to have the motorcycle
auction, ticket giveaway.
No.
What?
The ride they take, what they call
Polka run.
Polka run. There won't be a polka run. The
We got
people, well, the people who help organize these were already committed to something, and a lot of the people who participate are going to be going over to Texas, and that's Beaumont for or Galveston. I'm sorry, Galveston for a big annual ride. So next year we'll try to make sure that we can have the poker run with the chili cook-off. We've already got a number of contestants. It only costs $25
to cook.
to do the cooking, and it starts at 10 a.m. and judging at 2 p.m.
Right here at Bowles
Chili
Garage
cook-off.
for the Cerebral Palsy Clinic. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll see you folks on the other side of one.